While the United States is building groundbreaking AI tools like ChatGPT, which by the way have reached over 100 million users in just 2 months, according to OpenAI, China is quietly fighting a different AI war, and it might just be the one that matters. This isn't a war fought with chatbots or image generators. The battle isn't happening in a Silicon Valley lab. It's happening on the factory floors, in hospitals, and across global infrastructure. AI is already deployed across hundreds of smart factories and over 500 AI-driven smart cities pilots in China, according to the World Economic Forum. As these two giants battle, the real impact isn't on some distant, abstract battlefield. It's on your job, your wallet, and your future. AI alone could add up to $15.7 trillion to the global economy by 2030, according to PwC, making this one of the most economically significant races in human history. Both the US Department of Defense and China State Council formally classify AI as a top-tier national security priority. Forget what you think you know about the AI race. This is a new kind of Cold War, a geopolitical thriller playing out in real time over the very code that will define the 21st century. On one side, you have the United States, the undisputed leader in frontier AI innovation. According to Stanford and CB Insights, the US accounts for roughly 60% of global private AI investment and hosts nearly 70% of the world's top AI companies by market value. Think of the US strategy as building a world-class Formula One race car. It's a stunning feat of engineering, incredibly sophisticated and designed to achieve peak performance. Companies like OpenAI and Google are the master mechanics, attracting the best drivers from around the globe. On the other side, there's China. For years, the narrative was that China was a follower, a fast imitator playing a desperate game of catch-up. That story is now dangerously out of date. China now files more AI-related patents annually than any other country, according to the World Intellectual Property Organization. China's strategy isn't to build a faster race car, it's to build an entire national highway system. It's a nationwide strategy focused on embedding AI into every facet of its physical economy, from factories to city management. China's national AI plan targets an AI industry worth over $150 billion annually by 2030. While the US perfects its single-seat racer, China is trying to build a better-run country powered by AI. And this fundamental difference in strategy is where the real war is being fought. At the heart of this conflict is a battle for the brains of AI, the models themselves, and the human talent that creates them. The US has a formidable lead here. The majority of the world's highest-performing proprietary AI models are still developed by US-based companies, according to Stanford AI Index. Its top universities and corporations act as a powerful magnet for global talent, fueling a level of innovation that is, for now, unmatched. While the United States attracts a significant share of top individual talent, China is developing a nationwide network of institutions that by 2025 is projected to produce nearly twice as many STEM PhDs annually as the US. Additionally, approximately 47% of the world's leading AI researchers are Chinese-born, regardless of their current country of employment, according to Macropolo. This has created a massive pool of engineers and researchers. And while many of China's top minds have historically left for the US, Beijing is fighting to bring them back through funding, incentives, and national research programs. And what about the models? Open source models now power over 50% of enterprise AI experimentation globally, according to Gartner. While Chinese teams now contribute over 30% of global open source AI code, according to GitHub's Octoverse report, and their models are increasingly challenging American rivals on public leaderboards like Hugging Face. Now, here's where things get even more intense. None of these incredible models, American or Chinese, can function without one thing: advanced semiconductor chips. These chips are the oil of the AI age. And for years, the United States has controlled the richest oil fields in the world by designing the best ones. NVIDIA alone controls over 80% of the global AI accelerator market. Companies like NVIDIA design the most powerful AI chips, which can cost between $25,000 and $40,000 per unit, giving the US a massive advantage. Training a single frontier AI model can now cost anywhere from $100 million to over $1 billion in compute alone, according to Stanford. Recognizing this was China's Achilles heel, the US government tried to turn off the spigot, implementing sweeping export controls in 2022 to choke off China's access to this critical fuel. For a moment, it seemed to work, but the strategy backfired. Instead of crippling China's AI ambitions, these sanctions were a wake-up call. Beijing is now pouring over $150 billion into its domestic semiconductor industry, with companies like Huawei producing homegrown AI chips. Notably, China imports more semiconductors by value than oil, highlighting just how critical this sector is to its economy. In a stunning turn of events in late 2025, the US announced it would ease some restrictions. Yet, Beijing is now reportedly discussing plans to limit the use of these very chips, pushing its own tech giants to use domestic alternatives. The message is clear. China will no longer be dependent on foreign oil. And while the US still leads in chip design, it faces its own problem: power. A single large AI data center can consume as much electricity as 100,000 homes, and US data centers could account for up to 8% of national electricity demand by 2030, according to the International Energy Agency. So why does any of this matter to you? Because this AI war isn't a distant geopolitical chess match where we're just spectators. The pieces on the board are our jobs. The board itself is the global economy, and every move causes tremors that we feel directly. Let's start with your job. In the West, the focus on enterprise AI software, the Formula One model, is creating tools to automate white-collar tasks. McKinsey estimates AI could automate up to 30% of work hours in advanced economies by 2030. And the IMF warns that around 40% of global jobs are exposed to AI disruption. Acquiring AI skills is like getting a special license, already commanding a wage premium of up to 20% according to LinkedIn. Meanwhile, studies from MIT and Stanford show that workers using AI tools can see productivity gains of 30 to 40%. China's focus on its AI highway system is transforming blue-collar work and supply chains as part of this global workforce shift. The World Economic Forum predicts that while 83 million jobs may be displaced by 2030, 97 million new roles could be created, but workers without digital skills face twice the risk of displacement. Now, let's talk about your wallet. The AI race is driving a wedge through the global economy. The IMF and WTO warned that this kind of technological decoupling could reduce global trade by up to 7%, while companies are already spending 20 to 30% more duplicating supply chains, according to McKinsey. Finally, your future. The scariest part of this AI war is that nobody seems to be winning. The United States leads in building the world's fastest AI race car, but struggles to power it. China dominates industrial AI at scale but still trails on the most advanced engine components. This extends into military AI, where over 90 countries are now developing or deploying AI-enabled weapon systems. And global military AI spending is projected to exceed $30 billion annually by the early 2030s, according to Bloomberg Intelligence. So where does that leave us? We're standing on the verge of a new era. The United States continues to build the world's most powerful AI. China continues to build the most comprehensive AI-powered industrial system. This is no longer about hype. It's about scale, resilience, and adaptation. The question isn't what the world will look like once AI reshapes everything we rely on. And the truth is, we're all living in the blast radius. Until next time, stay curious.